This is Lucifer. Lucifer was the most brilliant of all the angels. Powerful and clever, he occupied one of the highest positions of authority in heaven. He was also a very proud angel. So in spite of the fact that God is all-powerful and all-knowing and is already aware of everything everybody will ever do and can never ever be defeated no matter what, Lucifer decided to rebel and see how things might work out for him. Naturally, the ensuing conflict played out exactly as everybody with half an ounce of sense knew it would, and Lucifer quickly found himself at God's mercy. Now, because Lucifer was so dangerous, God created a realm called Hell for the specific purpose of imprisoning him. But he decided not to put him there right away. So what, you might ask, did he do in the meantime? Well, you'll remember that God had also created a bubble of reality called the physical universe, and within it he formed beings called humans. Humans were more precious to God than anything else in all creation, and nothing concerned him more than the hope that each of them would figure out that he existed and accept his forgiveness before they died so he wouldn't have to punish them for eternity. It was an extremely precarious situation. So naturally, God decided he should take his most crafty and irredeemably evil adversary and throw him into the physical universe to run rampant among these frail, ill-informed, and easily deceived people. Only thousands of years later, after Lucifer had had every opportunity to mislead every single human who ever lived, would God finally get around to throwing him into his specially designed prison. Over these thousands of years, Lucifer was God's mortal enemy, and the two contended constantly for the souls of humans. Well, for his part, God actually didn't contend all that hard. While he could have ended Lucifer's reign of terror at any time by obliterating him or sending him straight to hell, and by doing so saved countless souls, God took a surprisingly lax stance against him. When Lucifer possessed a snake and used it to deceive Adam and Eve, God let him off the hook and just punished all the snakes. When Lucifer wandered up to God's throne room and bet that he could make Job curse him, God not only tolerated his presence, but he took the wager and let Lucifer goad him into tormenting Job. God's only real strategy was to inspire humans to write a few scattered, vague warnings about Lucifer, and even those weren't taken down until the time of the New Testament. Eventually, God seized Lucifer and threw him into an abyss, only to let him free after 1,000 years to go deceive more people before finally being disposed of for good. And so goes the story of Lucifer and his struggle with God. Definitely a plausible account of two realistic beings with realistic motives employing intelligent strategies against each other. And by the way, Lucifer is definitely the proper name given to the enemy of all humanity, and not just the Latin word for morning star that was applied to the king of Babylon on the book of Isaiah and never rendered into English when they translated the King James Version.